Incoming customer detected.
Keep your eyes open, boys.
We need to have a serious talk.
I'd love to know, what's the worst experience with bugs that you guys have ever had? Because I've got probably one that'll top them all. Besides that one, okay. This was with my second wife, who was very abusive, okay. But this was like during a period of our relationship where she hadn't really started the abuse. Like there were a couple of little things, but like nothing. Like it was just kind of yelling and arguing and that kind of thing with me. But like it didn't, yeah, that's that one, right? But it didn't like really go any further than that at that time, right? So, anyways, I woke up one day. Now, bear in mind, we had like a lot of cats. We had a lot of animals that we took care of. We had like, I think it was 16 cats, 2 dogs, 2 rabbits, a bunch of snakes, a bunch of spiders, a bat. You know, we had a lot of different animals in the house. So one day I woke up and my wife at that time was at work, and I felt something, but I didn't know what it was. Okay. And this is going to probably get a little bit TMI for you guys. So it might get a little cringy, but please bear with it, because this story is worth it. Okay. So I felt a little something and I couldn't figure out what it was. And so like I thought it for like it was, okay, I'm just going to say it. It was, I felt something in my taint area, you know, and if you don't know what a taint is, it's basically it taint the balls and it taint the ass. It's the area in between. Okay. So I felt something there, didn't know what it was. And I thought at first maybe it was like, kind of had the like, feeling it with my finger kind of thing. It felt a little bit like, I don't know, like a pimple gone bad or something like that, right? It hurt a little bit to kind of like touch. And so I pulled out a mirror and and this was back when I could see, right? But I pulled out a mirror and I looked. There's a tick attached to my taint. I started to freak. I started to freak pretty hard. So I tried a couple of different methods to try to get this tick off, right? Because I knew like if I just pulled on it, because I dealt with ticks before, right? I knew if I just pulled on it, I ran the risk of like it breaking its head off inside of me, and down in that area, I ain't going to have a tick head breaking off. Okay. I am not going to handle that at all. So, the first thing I tried to do, I smoked at the time. So the first thing that I tried to do was like, I took a lit cigarette and I like kind of held it kind of close, not touching it. Right. But I held it kind of close, hoping that maybe the heat would like make it draw itself back out of my skin. And, that way I could grab it, you know, that didn't work. So the second thing that I tried was bug spray. Bug spray. I don't know if you've ever gotten bug spray on your taint or your balls, but I'm telling you, my friend, don't do it. Don't do it. Save yourself the trouble. Learn from experience from Ira. Don't put bug spray on your taint. It's not going to feel pleasant in any way, shape, or form. It does not work out very well. Okay. I started screaming from the pain of it. Oh my God, it was horrible. So then I'm like, okay, bug spray. He didn't pull his head back. It didn't work. Okay. What can I try next? Rubbing alcohol. Why not? Let's go ahead. Put some rubbing alcohol in it. Nope, that didn't do anything, but all that did was exacerbate the bug spray taint pain. I'm like tripping out. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do here. I don't know what I'm going to do here. If I put my underwear on, I don't know if it's going to go deeper. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm standing there just butt naked trying to use this mirror. I'm like on the bed with the mirror in between my legs, trying to figure out what the hell spraying bug spray into my crotch, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I gotta get rid of this tick. What the hell am I gonna do, right? So finally, the one and only thing that I could think to do was to call somebody that I knew was home at that time to come and rescue me from this tick in my taint. And that one only person was somebody who lived 2 houses away from me, in the form of my mother-in-law. My friends, and a more embarrassing conversation has never taken place in the history of humankind as when the day Ira had to call his mother-in-law and beg her to come get this tick out of his taint. She said she'd be there soon, and I was not looking forward to the moment. Because I knew I was going to have to be spread ass in front of my mother-in-law as she tried to get this tick out of my area. Oh my God. She didn't show up for like 15 minutes. And I swear she must have just been rolling around on the floor laughing in this 15-minute period of time, because she only lived 2 houses away. Okay. I don't know what she was doing, but I think she was just over there laughing. But in the time that it took her to get over to my house and, you know, take care of the situation, I don't know if it was like a matter of all of the stuff that I had done or if the tick just got full, but finally it had pulled itself out and it like started trying to crawl around. Now I'm telling you, the sensation of a tick crawling around in your taint, especially after throwing bug spray and alcohol down in there, not a pleasant feeling at all, right? But I was able to grab hold of it and I destroyed that thing with a vengeance. Okay. But by the time that my mother-in-law rolled up to the house, I'm like, it's done. It's fine. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. And she was able to go back home. But I'm telling you, that is probably the worst bug story I could ever tell anybody ever. And I don't know who can top it. So if you guys can top that, I'd love to hear it. What's the worst bug story that you guys have ever had? You know, like, oh my God, that was horrible. Horrible. Like, just not the tick part of it itself even, but it's like having to call my mother-in-law to come and rescue me from this tick. The suspicion that I have basically is that, yeah, so glad you didn't get the call right, because you lived like right down the street too at that time. I mean, I could have called you, but you weren't home, you know? So